Hello one and all to those beautiful people out there watching this content. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan, here in the Stamford Bridge studio to talk about Chelsea news. Still popping off all over the gaff. Huge talking point Chelsea at the moment because of the mad expenditure, the uncertainty around the club, of course the exciting prospect of bringing in the mentality winning coach. If you haven't watched my latest upload, I urge you to go and check that out. But today we're talking about Chelsea's desire to continue changing and positive talks with N'Golo Kante, which is massive because I want to talk about the ramifications of him and Enzo Fernandez. Mason Mount, Chelsea looking for a striker. Who's gonna lose out? Huh? I mean, it's gonna be Aubameyang, but who's gonna lose out? Also, Chelsea could be getting a new goalkeeper. There's actually a lot to talk about, mate. There really is. So thank you for joining me. I do appreciate your presence here on this content. Thank you for dropping a like. It's a way of supporting your local content creator, or not local, global. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to. Let's go. So let's start off with goalkeeper, actually. Why not? Start at the end and work our way back to the beginning. Fabrizio Romano via caught offside talking about Chelsea's goalkeeper situation, saying that Chelsea have yet to make a decision on their number one, or on who will be our number one goalkeeper next season. Interesting, of course, on the books. I'm going to just discard Bettinelli for a moment. God bless him. But we have, FIFA goalkeeper of the year and Champions League winner. Well, they both are, but, starting goalkeeper, Champions League winner, Edouard Mendy. And, of course, AFCON champion. We have preferred striker Kepa Arrizabalaga in terms of profile and style. That's who Graham Potter likes to use. He also has the best save percentage in the Premier League. That's right. You heard me. Kepa Arrizabalaga has the best save percentage in the Premier League. Hashtag plot twist. Story arc. Doesn't mean he's the one though. Goalkeeper is so important to be an elite team this age. We'll look at Alisson, we'll look at Edison, we'll look at how Manchester United have probably for a long time looked at De Gea and been like, yeah, you can save. Well, he gets done at his near post. You can save, but he's just not that guy with the ball. It's so important in this modern day and age in football, and maybe Chelsea are still assessing. For my money, they'll either keep Kepa as a number one, or get a new number one. Of course, Kepa is on big wages, and Chelsea, under the new regime, the new ownership model, have a new wage structure, where everyone gets about the same, probably about £96,000 a week, but that everyone has the ability to earn a lot more, and everyone will be given an opportunity to sign a long-term deal to offer them that security, so everybody wins. It's compelling. Of course, this has been referenced in we've guessed that that's where perhaps difficulties have come with Mason Mount. This is absolute speculation. I'm only speculating because Reece James snuck in, signed that big boy contract before the wage structure really changed. Of course. So yeah, Kepa is on, 150, 180k a week or something. Chelsea will want to restructure that essentially and look to do that. So maybe that's what they'll think of, selling Kepa, or signing him on a new lower wages or lower basic, whether he'd be inclined to do that. I don't know, but I'm very interested to hear the collective opinion on first team goalkeeper. Of course as well, yes, I will mention him, Gaga Slonina, the teenage US men's team international goalkeeper who looks very good, really good at saving shots. I don't think he's going to come in and be Chelsea's number one. I think he'd do well to come in and be the number two, moving forwards. I do think, despite me not thinking we'll get Champions League, I do think we'll reach some form of European football, whether that's Conference or Europa. I think we'll have plenty of games, and a number two could play sad games. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Right, so we've spoken. I'm not going to speak about Mason Mount. Apparently, we are still in talks to extend his contract. I guess he's going to have to show leniency. Ben Jacobs has spoken to Cy Phillips, said that contract talks with Mason Mount will continue now the window is shut. It's not true anything major has broken down. It's just an ongoing process. Chelsea want to ensure Mount stays and does so within their new wage structure. So there you go. My speculation was correct. He probably looks at Reece James, who snuck in and got 200k a week flat. But then again, us Chelsea fans, we adore Reece James. Many of us would say he's our best player. So no one's going to begrudge him earning a lot of money. He's still not earning as much as Raheem Sterling, who's reportedly our highest earner on 300k a week, as well as N'Golo Kante, etc. We are going to talk about strikers in a minute, but let's talk about N'Golo Kante. This is exciting. Again, Ben Jacobs via Cy Phillips. Talks of N'Golo Kante are positive. Chelsea really want to keep him. Although plenty of interest in Kante from elsewhere, I can confirm there's no truth in that Al Nassr have already made him a lucrative offer. Kante's priority is to stay in London and is to stay at Chelsea. And Chelsea really want to keep him. That to me sounds like Kante will extend. We always said it will be one of Kante and Jorginho. One goes, one leaves. For a while there, we thought, well, we just keep Jorginho because he's always available, and Kante will leave because he's always injured. Turns out we made 12, 13, if Arsenal win the league, £13 million on Jorginho. He was also on high wages, and we keep Kante. If Kante is truly being nursed back to fitness sensibly and intelligently, which, by the way, I have no faith that's happening due to our medical team, but maybe there's changes going on behind the scenes. And if Kante truly is going to be reintegrated into this Chelsea side, and Chelsea, of course, we've got a lot of attackers, if we play a 4-2-3-1 with an Enzo, Fernandez, and N'Golo Kante double pivot, it's over for y'all. That would be like healthy Kante and Enzo Fernandez double pivot. And how old is Kante? He's not 32 yet, is he? Modric is 37 and still runs around and is quality, right? I'm not saying... So yeah, look, he's still 31. He turns 32 at the end of March, so it's going to be a short-term contract. I know we just keep giving contracts endlessly to Thiago Silva, who looks like he will extend again. But ultimately, man, if we get a couple of years out of Kante still playing for Chelsea and playing well, bang, bang, bang. Do you know what I mean? Like, he is incroyable. His intelligence. It's not just his fitness, because that's, it's crazy good. We all joke about, the Kante twins, the free lungs, etc., etc. But his match intelligence, his positional intelligence, he's got that. He knows where attacks are going to be, where they're going to break down, and where to intercept, essentially. That's why he's just been like the master interceptor. I think that is, for the future, that's great. Of course, there is another story that I want to pivot to, but let me know what you think about Kante, and do you agree with me, with him and Enzo? Woohoo! Something else I want to pivot to is Denis Zakaria, of course, who was looking good for us before he was out injured. I'm not saying he was looking like, prime Kante, but we've been starving in the midfield, and he looked decent. And Chelsea the reports are suggesting from Italy, the Italian publications are suggesting that they are willing to let Zakaria go to Chelsea, but they want Kovacic in return. Now, many of you will go, go away. And you'll be right to do so. Look, I think Kovacic is excellent, but I've said this on a recent video. If he is up for sale, he'll have 1 year left on his deal. How much is Mateo Kovacic with 1 year left on his deal worth? Probably not as much as the release clause of Denis Zakaria, which is like £26 million. We just sold Jorginho with 1 year left on his deal for a starting fee of 11 million. Now Kovacic is a bit younger. I understand. Maybe he's a little bit more... I don't know. Jorginho, for what he does, is appealing to people who knows what he does. Many of you will say Kovacic is a better player. I'll probably agree. But 26 million value for 1 year to a player swap... I don't necessarily endorse it. If you said to me, Jan, what would your ideal scenario? Well, I don't even know, actually. This is tough. Because Kante, our ideal scenario would be Kante fit and Zakaria is back up. Then you've got Enzo and a whole host of attacking midfielders in front of them, whether it's, an in-form Mount, hopefully, João Felix and Cuckoo playing in behind, centre forward, Kai Havertz playing off a striker, which, let's be honest, he plays better there, he's not a centre forward. Very, very interested about the Kovacic scenario. Clearly a silky baller, still in his prime. He's late 20s, 28, 29. How old is Kovacic, baby? He is, I'll tell you right now, mate, he's 28. Turns 29 in early summer. Yeah, if you can make mid 20 million on him, it's a clear out, isn't it? The vibes are changing. For the times they are changing. If we've got a plan, and I ruddy out we got a plan, maybe we just got to accept breaking a few eggs. Let's talk strikers. So, interestingly enough, Chelsea are looking at a traditional striker in the summer. Yet again, citing Ben Jacobs, Chelsea are likely to add a traditional striker in the summer. It's true. Graham Potter does like Ivan Toney, but I'm sure they'll have to watch closely because of his gambling things. Yeah, he might be banned from the game for a little while, which would make him not ideal to purchase as a centre forward. Ivan Toney is very good. He's an England international, though of course he didn't actually play in the last tournament. He is 26. He turns 20. Oh, he's got the same birthday as me, the 16th of March. Pisces. He turns 27 on the 16th of March. Yeah, good strike. I think everyone will be happy, but like Potter was right to say, look, spending X amount on a centre forward isn't going to solve all your goal scoring problems. When he referenced Lukaku, which of course I spoke about in a recent video, I don't think we'd spend 100 million on Ivan Toney, to be honest, but he'd still command a pretty decent fee, wouldn't he? So that's something to think about. Obviously Aubameyang would have to go. There was talks of linking him to MLS club. Can we sell him to an MLS club right now? Is that cool? Does our window need to be open or just theirs? This is something I should probably know if I talk about football. I concede that. Still, Ivan Toney, I like him. He's a hard worker. He gets about. He combines well with other forwards. He does like a strike partner. Of course, he plays with Bueno. But maybe he could play with someone just off him, like an Nkunku, running into space. And, Toney can do the hold-up play. You know what? I've talked myself into it, hot dog. Ivan Toney, come to the bridge. As long as we're watching the financial problems, because that seems to be a hot topic, and I don't want to be in hot water, if you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about the stuff we've discussed today, about the Kante, the Enzo pivot. Would you sell Kovacic? Would you buy Toney? Can't wait to read your thoughts, feelings, opinions, and musings on these subjects. Thank you for dropping a like on the video. It does mean a lot to me, your host, Jan. And subscribe if you want to, because I'm always here for you. And make sure you hit that bell if you subscribe. All right, peace.